let's get right into it. Gavin McInnes back on X after, Elon Musk was like, hey, what's going on? What's his handle? Now, this latest episode, let me make sure I get his name right. This guy right here, Doopa-Deepa-Deepa-Dee. Well, anyway, I'm drawing a blank. But Gavin went on this show. The main show was like, hey, you need to go ahead and get Gavin back on X because he was suspended. A long time ago, he was suspended. It's been like 7 years now. Elon Musk was like, what's his handle? And now he's back on. But Gavin says, it's amazing. How do I log in? Don't have that email anymore. And the number is associated with too many accounts. Now, Milo Yiannopoulos says, Gavin McInnes was banned for so long that he went senile and can no longer even work his account. Some people are saying it's Gavin. He's come back after 1,000 years. He's back. But now everybody's talking and tweeting about it. And this could be, things are starting to get on the right path, it looks like. I mean, people like Destiny have been now demonetized from YouTube. It looks like the world is starting to heal. But there are a lot of people that are upset about this because, I don't know, they're losers. Now, back in the day, remember Kamala Harris? She was like, Donald Trump needs to be suspended. All these people that are bitching and complaining about the Jimmy Kimmel thing, let me go ahead and just play this video to refresh your memory.
From one platform and not others for providing misinformation out there.
There's no guarantee to free speech on misinformation or hate speech, and especially around our democracy.
There are Americans who are engaged in this kind of propaganda, and whether they should be civilly or even in some cases criminally charged is something that would be a better deterrent.
If people go to only one source and the source they go to is sick and, has an agenda and they're putting out disinformation, our First Amendment stands as a major block. It's really hard to govern today.
This is a matter of corporate responsibility. Twitter should be held accountable and shut down that site. It is a matter of safety and corporate accountability.
The First Amendment is not absolute. It does not protect any single thing anyone says. And there are limits, and that's important. And what this committee has been trying to do for the last year and a half is to chill the federal government from monitoring what is going on social media.
When you look at what Tucker Carlson and some of these other folks on Fox do, it is very, very clearly incitement of violence. Very clearly incitement of violence. I believe that when it comes to broadcast television, like Fox News, these are subject to federal law, federal regulation in terms of what's allowed on air and what isn't.
So my biggest concern is that your view has the First Amendment hamstringing the government in significant ways.
All right. So these are a bunch of hypocrites, as you can tell. Let's go ahead. I have, let me see if I can find this right here. I just now sent it over to the computer. I have a little quote here from Gavin from one of his recent videos where he was talking about Jimmy Kimmel. Let me go ahead and just pull up what Gavin said right here in the beginning. It says, what we did in canceling Jimmy Kimmel is hypocritical. We talk about free speech, and then when someone says something we don't like, we cancel them. It's not consistent with our values. And I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. You kick me in the balls. I gouge out your fucking eyes. Now he's back on X, and it looks like everything is starting to heal. However, what is this? AOC. She's been sending emails. It looks like she's going to be running for president in 2028. At least that's what people are alluding to. They think she's going to be running for president. Charlie Kirk Day is October 14th. That is Charlie Kirk Day. Let me make sure I have that correct. Yeah, Charlie Kirk Day, Charlie Kirk Day. Let me go ahead and pull it up. Now, you guys, the weird thing about Charlie Kirk's birthday is that it's the same birthday as George Floyd. Now, hopefully, George Floyd should be forgotten. You know what I mean? It would serve the country better to pretty much act like that guy never existed because he was a piece of shit. And it would actually do better for the country to do that. I think this is great that October 14th is going to be in celebration of Charlie Kirk. But AOC and Democrats want to let you know that this is going to stir the pot. The only pot that it's going to stir is the pot that AOC is stirring to eat whatever the hell she's eating. She's bulking up. She's bulking up for her presidential run. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and badmouth her because of her weight. I'll let her just fucking dig her own hole here. But she's looking kind of plump lately. Anyway, let's go see what AOC had to say about Charlie Kirk Day.
House majority brought to the floor a resolution honoring, quote, honoring the life and legacy of Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk's assassination was a horrific and vile attack and incident of political violence. And condemning the depravity of Kirk's brutal murder is a straightforward matter, one that is especially important to help stabilize an increasingly unsafe and volatile political environment where everyday people feel more at risk. We can deeply disagree and come together as a country to denounce the horror of this killing. And it is not a license for the abuse of power and whitewashing of American history. Today's resolution only underscores the majority's recklessness by choosing to author this condemnation and honoring on a purely partisan basis, instead of uniting Congress in this tragedy with one of the many bipartisan options to condemn political violence and Kirk's murder, as we did with the late Melissa Hortman. Instead, the majority proceeded with a resolution that brings great pain to the millions of Americans who endured segregation, Jim Crow, and the legacy of bigotry today. We should be clear about who Charlie Kirk was. A man who believed that the Civil Rights Act that granted Black Americans the right to vote was a mistake, who after the violent attack on Paul Pelosi claimed that, quote, some amazing patriot, unquote, should bail out his brutal assailant, and accused Jews of controlling, quote, not just the colleges, it's the nonprofits, it's the movies, it's Hollywood, it's all of it, unquote. His
They do!
rhetoric and beliefs were ignorant, uneducated, and sought to disenfranchise millions of Americans, far from the working, quote, working tirelessly to promote unity, unquote, asserted by the majority in this resolution. It is equally important that Congress does unite to reject the government's attempt to weaponize this moment into an all-out assault on free speech across the country, all in the name of Charlie Kirk. President Trump and the FCC are now cynically threatening to shut down ABC and any outlets who give airtime to the administration's political critics. This is a disgusting attack on the American people and the very First Amendment rights that define us as a country. It is also the ABC Corporation's responsibility to refuse to embolden and participate in this corruption and escalation of censorship. We continue to pray for Mr. Kirk's family and loved ones in the wake of this terrible act. I am thinking especially of his children and his wife, whose grief cannot be measured. And with that, I yield back to the gentleman.
Oh, you don't care about Erica Kirk. You don't care about the children, AOC. Just shut the hell up. You know what? We're all trying to find the answers of what happened to Charlie Kirk. A lot of people don't feel like a lot of people feel like we're not getting the answers here. Now, let me go read you something. All right? This is from a guy by the name of Sam Tripoli. He says, so basically what we know right now is that Charlie Kirk assassin was a trans furry lover, or it was an Israeli professional hit, or the security guards giving baseball signs, or the guy standing next to Charlie with a no shot, or the guy with a no look shot, or the guy in the front row adjusting his shirt, or the couple on the side using an iPhone gun, or person in the window with the muzzle flash, or the person up top on the higher level that looks like a fucking bush, or it was someone in the crowd that used a trap door to escape, or it was a drone strike, or it's all a fucking AI hoax and he's still alive. Hope that clears it up for you. PSYOP season takes no days off. You know, guys, this is what we're going to do right now. We have a great show for you today. We got Candace Owens, who's saying she's not going to be going to the funeral. She talks about some of these quote-unquote conspiracies. We got Nick Fuentes going over on Russell Brand. We got Alex Jones threatening Destiny to a boxing match. We have a woman who's making fun of Erica Kirk. Sorry, my brain's fried. Maybe I have mush brain. Maybe because I did too many mushrooms. Or maybe, just maybe, today's show is going to get litty. So I want to play a video right now. This is from David Icke. Now, this video will be the only longer video, okay? This video is about 15, 20 minutes long, but guys, I think we need to play it. David Icke, in my humble opinion, I think he is 100% right about his assertion of what happened. You know, maybe we won't play the whole 20 minutes, but we're going to play it right now. And then we're going to get in today's show. And then Adam from Flex Level Fitness is going to meet us in the first or the second hour of the show. We're going to keep going down that rabbit hole. We're going to keep on trying to look for the truth. And I'm going to keep on trying to be who I am. Try to pull us together. You know what we need to do? I think we all need to do some peyote, drink some beer, smoke some hootie, but don't blow fish. You know, share each other's wives and girlfriends and fornicate around a fire. Wait, they already have that. It's called Burning Man. Hey, you know when everybody leaves Burning Man, they leave with a Burning Man? You know what I mean? Every guy that leaves Burning Man, they leave with their dick burning. They don't know if they got HPV, chlamydia. You know guys can get chlamydia too. It's not just women. Yeah, I had a friend who said he had chlamydia. I was like, dude, you have a pussy? You cut off your dick? He goes, no, bro. I fucked a woman. She had chlamydia and she gave it to me. I'm just telling you. Anyway, I'm just telling you, let's go down this rabbit hole and let's listen to David Icke. I think he knows what's going on, folks.
About current events and current happenings, because I see people getting caught in a pincer movement, which is pitching left against right. It's gathered massive pace since the shooting of Charlie Kirk, and I'm looking on aghast at how people are falling for it. In some cases, people who should know better. Because, you know, once upon a time, in the wake of COVID and before, the alternative media kind of understood that we live in one-party states. And as they used to say in America when I was traveling there a lot in the 1990s, it doesn't matter who you vote for because the government still gets in. And that seems to have been forgotten in this frenzy of pitching right against left. And I just want to offer the benefit of 35, 36 years of investigating and researching this, that there is another level which, if we don't understand, we will never get the picture. And that other level is what I call the global cult. It's a global network of secret societies, fiercely compartmentalized. So even most of the people in the secret societies don't know the real big picture. Only the inner core does. It's all compartmentalized right down the system. And this cult has an agenda to create a global dystopia which involves the fusing of the human mind, brain, body with artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence becomes the human mind. And therefore, it becomes possible to create a hive mind.
Okay, so hold on. I just want to pause it right here. So David Icke is talking about human intelligence. He's talking about AI robots in the hive mind. Well, dude, I forgot what country has this video, but look at this. You guys, hold on. Everything I'm going to show you, it relates. Look at this. Look.
Kanë quajtur antikushtetuese nga që nuk jam njeri. Kjo më ka lënduar. Jo për vete, po për 972.000 ndër veprimet me qytetarët që u kam shërbyer në Albania dhe 30
Albanian government, man. This is AI. This is an AI politician. And you guys might be thinking, who the fuck is going to vote for this? Well, a lot of people are giving up hope in humanity. A lot of people would vote. You guys, You're not gonna fucking believe this. There's actually there's an AI music. How do I say it? A fake AI R&B singer got a multi-million dollar record. An AI singer got a multi-million-dollar record deal, dude. You see where the fuck we're going with this shit? Look, listen to this. Listen.
Supposed to know what love looked like when daddy never showed me what felt right. How was I supposed to set the bar when I ain't never seen no man fight for my heart? Now I'm learning.
We're cooked. We're done. It's going to be really hard to stand out against this, man. You have to admit that was slumping. You're screwed. We're screwed. That's why you need to listen to my music, White Noise. It might be a little Dr. Seuss, but at least it's real, folks. This ain't real. And honestly, this is kind of scary. Robots are taking over. Look at this woman. She has cerebral palsy, or I think I just slaughtered that. But look how the fucking delivery robots. Look what happened to this woman. Look what happened to this woman on the fucking, look at this. Look, dude, watch. God, I'm full of piss and vinegar today. I'm so fucking pissed off. This fucking AI shit. Look at this. Look.
Baby, run you down to the door. Yes, and baby, run you down to the floor. And make sure run you down to the floor.
All right, so this woman is having a battle with these delivery robots. Now, you have to understand, somebody's actually controlling this with a remote control, and they have a 360 camera. So this person's, listen, the person driving this robot is fucking with this woman. Now, I don't want to laugh because that would be fucked up, okay? I don't want to laugh because that would be fucked up. But dude, honestly, if you were walking by, I know this might sound a little fucked up, but if you were walking by and you witness this go down, man, maybe I'm probably going to hell, bro. I'm probably going to hell. I'm not gonna lie. I'd probably laugh, but then I would probably, honestly, I would look out for the woman. I would kick this fucking thing back to next Tuesday. But anyway, the robots, folks, the fucking robots.
It's time to spill the beans. We just mutated on a Knocky James. Tiger blood, Charlie Sheen. Leadership level like a college dean. Addicted to the truth like crack is to a fiend. The elites killed the American dream. Along with Epstein, let's rage against the machine. Momentum picking up and I'm hardly burning steam. Positivity never makes it mainstream. The country's torn like some Levi James. Cutting the lawn, but I'm barely making greens. Give it to you straight like a laser beam. This reality is not what it seems.